Hi, y'all. Just thought I would come on. Hopefully some other people can kind of start watching. Just because, like, I have a couple things on my mind that I've been wanting to kind of talk about. So we'll see if anybody else comes on. And if not, that's okay. Such is life. Oh, hi, Sharon. Welcome aboard. So this is kind of just like an impromptu kind of live. No problem. But no, like I said, this is just a very impromptu. Just kind of have been like having like different things on my mind. Oh, that's okay, Sharon. Like I always tell people, you can rewatch my live. Some things did sell, but you can rewatch it. And if you see something that you like that I had on there, just let me know. I'll let you know if it still is available, not available. Also too, like, I have a lot of different stuff. So even if you don't see something, if you might be interested in something and you didn't see me like showing it, just let me know, because I have a little bit of this and that. And there's also stuff when I am dumpster diving I could also maybe look for. So, I'm open to that. So, because I understand, like, people have stuff going on in their lives. So, totally understand that. So, um, let me see. Sometimes I have to get close. Because I do have my glasses on, but I'm using my phone, so sometimes the print is a little like small, so I have to get a little closer to see it. So such is life. But I just thought I would kind of, because there's a couple things. Uh, wow, Sharon. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's like to me, like, I have like this, kind of this Princeton time that. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty much, I've been wearing, like, I am 50, and I think since mid elementary school I've been wearing glasses. Hi, Renee. I've been wearing glasses since then, so I totally understand. Uh I don't know, like, it depends. Like, I get like days where it's like maybe a week where it's really busy, or certain days, and then it slows down and then kind of busy. But I mean, that's part of life, you know. So that's just part of life. Okay. So you're young, Sharon. So yeah. But I just thought, I just wanted to get on, because, there's been like a couple of things that I've just been kind of, just wanting to talk about with you all. Because like I said, I am a dumpster diver, but I also have many other passions. Excuse me. I feel like a burp coming on. Okay. Uh, I understand about the aches and pains, Sharon. It just depends on me, like, what I do during the day. But like I said, I wanted to there's like been a couple things I've been wanting to kind of just throw out and talk about. Because yes, I do dumpster dive, but and that is an interest of mine. But I have, I mean, a lot of interest. and for me, it's kind of like my philosophy is if I just focus only on dumpster diving on my channel, maybe not everybody's interested in dumpster diving, and that's okay. But also, too, it's like I have a lot of interest besides dumpster diving, so that's why I'm like, sometimes I like doing other things on my channel besides just dumpster diving or just dumpster sales. But one of the things I wanted to, I could kind of like, we all can talk about. And again, just as long as everybody's respectful. Oh, no, I totally understand. I just usually end up going by, oh, okay, yeah. And that's the other thing. Some states are really strict on like dumpster diving, others not so much. I'm used to just pretty much going by myself, but I don't really go like I don't go in the dark by myself because I mean, this is a very safe area, I feel, but I just don't like being a woman alone at dumpsters like, 9, 10, 11, midnight, 1 a.m. So, and also too, we have a lot of dumpster divers around here. So sometimes if you wait too long, then you don't get the stuff because other people have already come through. So I just usually end up going during the day myself. But I do also like have a friend in the area that if a dumpster is like seriously loaded, my friend Mike, I'll be like, I'll hurry up and text Mike. I'm like, hey, Mike, this dumpster is overflowing with stuff. Do you want to come? So I mean, we give each other kind of like heads up. So, it works. But yeah, I don't feel comfortable going late at night by myself. So, hi, Dawn. But yeah, I just thought I'd get on, just kind of talk about marriage. Well, just marriage, also marrying later in life, blended families. No, that is sad, but yeah, you have to like I park my vehicle in front of the dumpster over towards the side a little bit just because the the trash picker might not know you're in the dumpster, and I very rarely go in the dumpster. Only if it's like the dumpster is like maybe loaded and it would take too long like individually picking something. But I would say probably 95% of the time I don't go in the dumpster. Yeah. But but I just wanted to talk about like marriage, marriage later in life, blended families. But because one of the things I was watching, it was a documentary, and it was all about marriage. And one of the things that kind of struck me, and again, I'm not saying I'm an expert on marriage, I am human, and I've been only married 4 years now, so I'm not claiming to be an expert on marriage here, okay? Just want to put that out there. But part of this documentary I thought was interesting was they kind of explored, like the traditional American dating is like, how did they put it? That yes, having common interest and romance, and your heart will guide you to find the right person. And I was thinking, but they were like, is romance and common interest enough to marry somebody? And it talked about, kind of spirituality, other traditions, matchmakers, family being involved, all this. And it just kind of had me thinking, And I'll ask you like, what all do you think? But it kind of had me thinking that, yeah, I mean, obviously, you have to have some attraction to your mate. I understand that, and some common interest. Yes. But I'm like, marriage is not, and romance, but marriage is not, to me, 24/7 romance. Okay? And there are going to be times where it's like you're going to drive each other crazy. That's just being human. But, if it's only based on, okay, marriage is romance, 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 love, 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 a flittering in your heart, common interest. All that stuff is nice, but to me, that's what happens when you argue. Or what happens if, like, each other as mates, you do something that annoy each other. To me, it's like that flitter of the heart, romance, and that. What about, like I said, those times when you argue, you may not agree on something. Like your mate chews loudly, just for example, and that drives you crazy. What happens, if when there's a death in the family, when there's sickness. And it's kind of like, for me, oh, okay. Well, no, and I understand. There might be like some reasons, do not sleep in the same bed, just depending on what's going on. And this was like, this whole documentary was looking at like matchmaking and kind of like not just dating to date. Yeah, I mean, definitely, and that's part of marriage. I mean, at times you are gonna drive each other crazy. And at times you may be like, okay, if you weren't my husband or wife, I would probably kill you because you are driving me crazy. And that's part of life, but to me that's where I think it's more than just, okay, the romance, the, flittering of the heart, the common interest. Those are all good, but those things I don't think at that time is like what you're thinking about. You know, and I'm sorry, marriage is not 24/7 romance, because life is not that way. I mean, it's just not. So, no, that's okay. Yeah, and that's, and no, that's okay. And that's part of the thing is like, and I understand, but yeah, if the relationship is only based on, okay, the flittering of the heart, romance, physical attraction, and we have common interests, to me that's not enough to sustain a marriage. And I understand, like even my husband and me, we do things together, we do things separately. And that's okay. Cuz yeah. It's not like, okay, well, we only love each other, if we're always doing something together. No. And yes, we do have some similar interests, but he also has his interest and I have my interest. Like one thing is art. He's a fantastic artist. That is not what God gave me the ability to do. And I understand that. But I love dumpster diving, and that's not quite his thing. Excuse me. So anyway, it's kind of like, okay, but there are other things where we like to do together. So yeah, and that's okay. It's like kind of like, I mean, yes, I'm not saying that okay, in a marriage like romance is not at all important. Yes, that is part of marriage too, but realistically, that's not like okay, 24/7 romance. And I mean, to me that's almost impossible to do. Okay, like okay, we're gonna 24/7 romance. Nah, that's not reality. But that's kind of like my take on marriage. And because I mean, put it this way, kind of like, and this is true. I really feel like it's true. Is like when you like our first marriage, you have like the honeymoon stage, and then eventually life happens. So not that the romance is taken away, but you still love each other, still do romance, but you kind of realize there's more to the relationship than just okay, romance, common interest, physical attraction. So, but anyway, it just kind of that documentary kind of got me thinking. So, it just kind of did. And oh, and if anybody wants to come on and just be on here too, let me know, cuz I think I know how to like do it, that I can invite somebody in on StreamYard. Oh. Well, and that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, blended families. Because I don't like, some who have been watching my channel kind of probably know this. So maybe not, but like my husband was married before and divorced, and he has two daughters that live with his ex-wife and their grandma. Um and we've been married 4 years now, but we kind of dated, courted, engaged, all that for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Um but anyway, like kind of what I was getting to is first of all, like I got married later in life. Um and second of all, he had only been married once. I had never been married before. So kind of even for him, me, his two girls, his ex-wife and grandma, kind of having somebody else in the mix, was kind of new for all of us, you know. So what we all had, so we kind of had to like kind of figure out, okay, how do I get to know the girls? How do the girls get to know me? When do I introduce myself to the girls and their mom and grandma? Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't ready. Honestly, I don't think I was like working, school, undergraduate, graduate school. So I don't think I was really honestly ready until later in life to marry. I mean, it just, and also too, like for me, I think in some ways being married later in life, you tend to get to know yourself a little better, if that makes sense. But you know, it was actually I'm gonna try to do one thing. Okay. Oh, let me see. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I just was seeing if I could do something here. I'm back. Because I was seeing if I could. Hi, Phyllis. I just was seeing if I could share the link. Let me see something here. I'm not gonna try to. Okay, if anybody would like to come on and join me, you can. I have to figure out how to do that. Yeah, and that's, but yeah, it does take a while to figure that out. So again, because it was kind of like combining his life, combining my life, and I basically, yes, and I definitely agree because, it's kind of like, yeah, honestly, I would not have been ready. I don't think I was ready earlier than like to marry like in my 20s and that. No, I honestly in my 20s and early 30s, my focus was on school and working. And for me, I knew that. And if that's what was important to me, not that I could have been married, but that was not where my focus was. And that, and you have, again, like everybody's a little different, but if you're not really focusing or ready for marriage, don't get married. It's, marriage is an extremely big step. But yeah, I mean, you have to know, you have to kind of know yourself. So, but kind of like what I was going back to my blended family was that I think like my husband and we met online, so we communicated for a month, and then since he was Chicago, Illinois, and I was Elkhart, Indiana, anybody who I met online that wasn't like within the immediate area, part of the requirement was the first meeting, they would have to come here. And my parents and I would meet them, at the train station, bus station, whatever, or they would like come to my parents and my house. And that was a requirement for the first meeting. And my husband originally being from Mexico, that was like part of the culture is family is important, and that's what you do. Hi, Cindy. So I just was telling everybody I can try to figure out how. Well, yeah, and that, and it kind of depends. Everybody's a little different. And maybe you can go back and be an RN. And kind of like I told everybody, if you want, I could try. I have to figure out how to do this, but I can send out a link, and if you want to kind of be on the screen too, talking, that's okay. So just putting that out there. But kind of like, and then like my husband and I, like we would go like yeah, like at least we would see each other at least once a month, either me going there or him coming here, and then it evolved every other week, and kind of did that. But like with him, and his girls were older, but still, I told him that, I would like to meet your girls at some point, but when they're ready. Because again, especially if you're dealing with whether it's, high school kids, adult children, like high school children, adult children, elementary children, when you're bringing in somebody new, you can't force yourself upon them. It has to be when they're ready. So and I also understand, like, from the parents' point of view, if I'm introducing somebody new to my children, I want to make sure that it looks like it's I'll go into that. Yeah, they are fantastic. But yeah, I think we had been dating for several months, and then I met the girls. But again, it was kind of like, I know myself that if you try how do I put this? Okay, sorry. But as a parent, you want to make sure, is this a potential serious mate before you start, okay, let me introduce, my boyfriend, girlfriend to my children. And I understand that. It's kind of a big step. So yeah, I met the girls. It was several months after we had been dating, and it was, kind of like we were, talking to each other every day on the phone, well, through Skype. Had been like going back and forth between, Chicago, Elkhart. And also too, like, my husband had also was talking with his ex-wife, the girl's mom, because again, it's kind of like also too for the other parent. Yeah, it definitely takes time. But for for his ex-wife, I could understand her concerns too, because, who is this gal? Is she going to be nice to my girls? Like, is she going to be safe with my girls? All of this, you got to take into account. So, and I mean, and I understand, this was my first time. Okay, I've never been involved with somebody who had children. The girls, this was the first time, like, okay, that, we're meeting somebody that, my dad is dating. And then I also understand with their mom and grandma, okay, this is the first time my girls are going to be meeting somebody that, my ex-husband, ex-son-in-law is dating. So you have to, like, take all of that in consideration. And again, I understand, like, maybe in some situations, where there's maybe like any type of abuse, domestic violence, addiction, then those situations might be a little different, and I understand that. Wow. Well, wow. Well, I want to thank your son for his service, first of all. Uh, Sorry about that, Sharon. But yeah, but this was kind of like all new for all of us. But definitely takes time. You're welcome, Sharon. But for us, and again, this might not be the case for every step family. Like I said, especially, blended family, especially, like I said, if there's any type of abuse, addiction, domestic violence, Hi, Bob. So obviously that that kind of stuff may not, there's definitely, and that I understand maybe if like the blended family may not be as close, because I just understand that, but that's not our case. But yeah, it was definitely kind of meeting the girls on their terms. Not my terms, but their terms. is very important. I believe, because again, if I felt like if I was trying to push myself into their lives and they wouldn't be ready yet, it would be disaster. But I had, and like even when we got married, I asked my two stepdaughters, to be junior bridesmaids in my wedding, but I was like, only if you guys want to. If you're not ready for that, that is okay. Because I didn't want like make them feel like they were forced to or put them on a guilt trip. But I also did that because I wanted to also invite them to be part of their dads and my life. So that was how I approached it, and they were, excuse me, they were my junior bridesmaids. Sorry, I feel like I have to keep burping, but okay. But they were my junior bridesmaids, and it was wonderful. Yeah, it was. If you try to force something, it's not gonna work. But they were my junior bridesmaids, and it's kind of, and thankfully we're able to do this because I know this. If you can do this, it makes life so much better for everybody involved. Oh, sorry, Sharon. I top top TikTok mashup. Are you? I don't know if you're. If I don't know if I've seen you before on my channel, but if you're new, welcome aboard. But anyway, yeah, but yeah, my stepdaughters like to. I call them stepdaughters out of respect, for their mom, and them, because I don't want to be like, I'm your mom. Because no, I mean they do have a mom, but I'm also their mom, but I will respect and say stepmom. Just out of respect that they already have a mom. But and I call them my stepdaughters out of respect, or bonus daughters. Again, because I want to respect, that they already have a mom. So, oh, but, oh, Corporal, awesome, Sharon. But, my stepdaughters, well, put it this way. I remember one time, I was out with my stepdaughters and I were out someplace doing something. And at this time, I think the youngest was junior high and the oldest high school. Aw, that is so awesome, Cindy. But that's about their ages, okay? We were going someplace, and there were these guys. I'm serious, they were 30s, 40s, 50s, so I mean, old enough to almost be like their parents or maybe grandparents, age, which was, way, which was gross to me. But anyway, they were like commenting about like, oh, you guys are looking nice and high, kind of like that. And the we all kept walking, but I gave the men like this look like, you do not disrespect my girls like that. And also, too, the look was, you are old enough to be their dad, grandparents. Come on. Do not disrespect my girls like that. And like I said, we kept walking. But I mean, that just shows that, yes, they are my stepdaughters, but I love and protect them as if they're my own biological children. And they wish me happy Mother's Day. Their mom and grandma wish me happy Mother's Day. I wish their mom and grandma happy Mother's Day. The girls, we hug, kiss. Their mom and grandma and I hug and kiss. Text back and forth. So it's very, very much an open communication and love. And I know, like, I think it was last Christmas, I had gotten my stepdaughters, each of them a bracelet. So the color of the stones went with the colors, their favorite colors. So that was a difference, but everything else on it was the same. But it held like a little charm that said, I did not give you the gift of life. Life gave me the gift of you. And then you flipped it over and it said bonus daughter. So, I mean, and then also too, I remember one time I was sick and my husband went to take, because the girls still live around Chicago, Illinois, and we live in Mishawaka, Indiana. So when the girls do come, I mean, we're usually the one picking them up, dropping, doing all that, which is fine. But anyway, one time I was sick. So my husband dropped the girls back off at their mom's and grandma's house. And as soon as he walked in, the first thing out of the girls' mom's mouth and their grandma was, "Where's Amy?" It wasn't even hi to him, it just was, "Where's Amy?" So, but again, it kind of was, all of us were trying to figure out how to be a blended family. Because you don't want to force anything in a blended family. You kind of have to figure out how to make it work. And I do think also too, and again, like even with my husband and his ex-wife, they did part on friendly terms, but I know like they had to like work some things out too amongst themselves even before, like Lewis and I met too. They had to work things out too. But yeah, I mean, blended families can take work and kind of figuring out how to make it work. But like I said, unless there's abuse issues, domestic violence, addiction issues, and I understand like with that stuff, the relationship would be different. I understand that. But if that stuff is not in play with being a blended family, it's important, I think, to be that way because, I wanna make sure the girls feel that they're welcome here. I wanna make sure their mom and grandma don't worry about, "Okay, will the girls be safe if they're with Amy?" "How is Amy gonna treat them?" You know, I don't want that either. Or do I want, like, my husband to feel like, "Okay, well, when I'm around the girls, I have to defend my wife, or I have to defend my ex-wife." Or have the girls feel like, "Well, okay, we have to take sides." I'm in Indiana. So, yeah, therefore, Amy Hoosier diver, Indiana, an IU alumni, so Hoosier. So, yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of like yeah, I mean, it's and I would say, like, honestly, thankfully, I would say for us, like, a blended family wasn't, like, extremely hard, but it was also to kind of respecting. Definitely, Dawn. Yeah. It is kind of like yeah, because part of me knew that okay, my husband has daughters, so even if they're not living with us, they are part of my relationship too. And that's true. And I liked it that, he understood that, of course I wanted to meet, I mean, when I was dating him, like, obviously I want to meet, all of his family, the girls, as soon as possible. That's only a natural feeling. But, I also understood, as a parent, you want to make sure that, how is this relationship going? Does this relationship seem like it's going to be more than just casual dating? And also to respect and where the girls were at and their mom and grandma, because again, it's like, if like I would try to force, okay, I have to meet the girls now, 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 and he wasn't ready for it, the girls weren't ready for it, his ex-wife wasn't ready for it, their grandma wasn't ready for it, it would be disaster. So not only did I have to be ready for it, but my husband, the girls, their mom, and grandma. So all of us had to be ready for that, which I think is also important when you're talking about blended families. You can't just be like, okay, I don't care what you all say. I want this to happen, so I'm going to meet them. That's not going to work. Okay, no problem, Sharon. But yeah, you don't want to force because forcing is not good. So, but yeah, but kind of like all this stuff has kind of been on my mind, and like I said, okay, excuse me. And like I said, that yes, I am a dumpster diver, but I also have other interests besides just dumpster diving. So, but yeah, and I think yeah, and definitely like Don, what you were saying about willing to open yourself. Part of this is when you're dealing with stepchildren, ex-spouse, being open to questions. because again, I understand, the girls are like, we love our dad, who are you? What are you about? How are you treating my dad? Kind of all this stuff. And also, like I said, from their mom and grandma perspective, kind of like, okay, who is this gal? How does she treat others? How is she going to treat, my children? Um, how is she going to be treating me? So I mean, what is she going to be saying about us? And from the girls too, are you going to be speaking bad about my mom and grandma? So I mean, you have to also be open to questions. And I'm like, as long as the questions are respectful, they have a right to ask you questions. Like I said, as long as respectful, it's okay. So yeah, it's kind of a lot of it is open communication. A lot of it. And being willing to being patient and be willing to take things slow. So, and also too, like my parents, like they even like to them, they are their grandchildren. Period. And to the girls, my parents are their grandparents. So it's a very fluid dynamic, I guess is the only way I can think of it right now. But again, if anybody would like to be a guest with me, just let me know. Let me see if I can actually post a link on here too. So if anybody wants to be on here, they can. I'm gonna try something. Hold on. Oh, okay. Did that. Okay. I don't know if that showed up because I did try to do a copy. There's like to show to invite people. I don't know if that showed up. It doesn't look like it showed up. I don't know. How can I? Let me see something. I'm sorry, guys. Oh. What did I just do? Okay, I don't know what I just did. Okay. Because here, I'm trying to figure out how to invite people. Okay. If anybody would like to be on, just let me know, because I might have to, like, do a specific invite. I don't know. I'm kind of new to this. So, just be patient with me. But like I said, if anybody wants to come on here, I'm open to that. To kind of like, maybe talk about kind of their experiences with marriage, blended family, marrying later in life. I'm totally open to that. So, but yeah, to me it's just kind of a lot open communication. So, what else was I talking about? Trying to think what else I was wanting to talk about. My brain is tired. So got up a little later today because went to bed later last night. So kind of awake, but maybe not fully. Oh, hi, Ray. Oh, and happy birthday, Ray. Yeah, just kind of talking about like being a step parent, blended families, marriage, marrying later in life. Yeah. No, I totally understood. I mean that was like when I was like dating my husband, I knew, in essence I was also dating his daughters because they were definitely part of him and part of the deal. You're welcome, Ray. So I did watch a little bit of the live dive Friday night and then a little bit with you and Juan last night. But yeah, but just kind of talking about marriage, marrying later in life, blended families, stepchildren. So, because like I said, like even like Ray, that yes, I love dumpster diving, as part of my life, but even you as a dumpster diver, Ray, that yes, dumpster diving you love and is part of your life, but there's also other aspects of your life besides just dumpster diving. So that's why I'm like, I want to do, my still the dumpster diving stuff and live sales, but sometimes also talk about other stuff. So, you know, but I just kind of, have been wanting to talk about blended families, marriage, marrying later in life, kind of like how, and with those who do have like blended families, kind of also talking about kind of what are the positive things to help make a blended family work well, where there's love, respect, and caring for each other. So, because I think that stuff is, just as important as dumpster diving, and kind of my mind. So, but like I said, that's about it, you know. uh, did you, yeah, I was gonna ask Ray, did you guys, because I didn't watch all of the whole thing last night or all of the diving with, um, Geneva and Grizzly, but how did the diving go Friday and yesterday, Ray? I know like yesterday, I think when I tuned in, you and Wong were finding some game stuff, some DVDs, I think. Um, what else did you guys find? I just need some water, y'all. My throat is getting a little dry. But I don't know. Like I said, I just kind of have been having that stuff on my mind. So, awesome, Ray. Yeah, I know Grizzly was wore out last night, but I'm glad that, you know, you guys and Geneva and Grizzly were still able to get together. I think it was good for Grizzly just to kind of be focusing on something other than, you know, the medical stuff. So, you know. So, oh, and totally a different, most of you guys know this, but I'm sorry, I'm kind of like going all over the place with subjects, but, you know, I mean, life is full of different things going on. But, this coming Saturday, my husband, in downtown South Bend, Indiana, once a year they have this art beat. Excuse me. They have this art beat, and it's an event, fairly big event that is only for local artists, for visual artists, culinary, kid stuff, you know, kind of all that area. So you have to be a local in the within St. Joseph County and parts of Michigan. You know, but my husband, you know, for years people have been telling him he needs to showcase his art and sell because he is extremely gifted. Well, put it this way, his brother, who's also an artist in Mexico, actually, you know, is selling his artwork for, you know, thousands of dollars, has his artwork in a gallery, you know, and even like my husband's brother, who's the artist for, that's what he does, that's his living, you know, has told my husband, you need to be showcasing your art and selling it because your art is worthy of being in galleries. So, um, this coming Saturday, downtown South Bend, Indiana, if anybody's around the area, I believe the art beat is from 11 in the afternoon until 7 at night. My husband's booth is Luis, Luis, Bailleres, Bailleres. So he will have his first ever booth of showcasing his art and having his art for sale. So if anybody's, you know, in the area, come on down. So, and you can see his artwork. I'm also going to try to do a little video that day. Don't know if I can be able to do it live because it's just he and I at the booth, and you know, I might need to be helping answering questions, you know, running sales up. So it might not be a live video, but I will try to do at least a video and then maybe post it that night or the next day, you know, just to kind of show what his booth is, some of his art, all that. So that is, so yeah, so we're pretty excited on that and kind of starting now, like focusing, you know, making sure, you know, he gets his art done that he wants to get done. Then we have to figure out framing the original pieces. Also to doing prints, high definition prints of his artwork. Figuring how many of like what to print, how many sizes, black and white color. all that, figuring out the sales tax here. My husband needs to download PayPal, Venmo. We have like the Square thing to plug into the phone, run the credit card, have to figure that out. So yeah. That is kind of our focus now the next couple of days is just that. And obviously people have bought for me. I know I have to do the invoices, so that's going to be the other focus. But other than the invoicing, the focus will pretty much be on the art stuff the next couple of days. So just wanted to throw that out. So, I can't remember. I know my husband has a booth. I can't remember his number, but I know it's in scene C as in cat. So I just can't remember what his booth number is, but his booth name is under Louis Valeris. So, again, if anybody's in the area, this coming Saturday, downtown South Bend, Indiana, Art Beat, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come on down. And if I some of you guys I obviously know, but some of you might, if you do come, might have to say like, oh, I'm, blah blah blah, like I'm Phyllis, or and I'm one of your subscribers. I'm just saying for example. So and also too, we're still trying to figure out prices. I know his original artwork is gonna be a couple $1,000 because it is original artwork. The prints, I think we're not gonna frame, they'll just be prints. But we have to figure out the prices, but part of the price for the prints are gonna be, okay, how, the time it took on the original art piece, and then also to how much does it cost, did it cost us to print those, and make a little bit of a profit. But obviously the prints are not going to be thousands of dollars. We're just not sure how much yet because we have to kind of figure all that out yet. So, just wanted to mention that. What else? Don't know if there's anything else. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Okay, well, no problem, Sharon. Since you're back, I'll just kind of repeat this a little bit. My husband, this coming Saturday, will have his first ever booth of displaying his art and having his art for sale. It's South Bend, Indiana. I know you're a little far from South Bend, Indiana, Sharon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a video that day, probably not live, but post it the next day. But his original artwork is going to be thousands of dollars because it is very intricate. His style is abstract art nouveau. So, but I will do a video Saturday, so y'all can see. His original artwork is going to be thousands of dollars just because it's very time consuming, intricate. But we are going to do We are going to have prints of his artwork. That's going to be for sale. Maybe some different sizes. We're still figuring that out yet. And those obviously are going to be thousands of dollars, but when we're figuring out the price yet, we have to figure in, okay, how much time did it take for the original artwork? How much does it cost to do the prints of his original artwork? You know, and kind of like factor, you know, those two things into the price of the print. So, but I will try to do at least a video of that Saturday. Don't know if I might be able to do live or not, because like I said, just he and me will be at his booth. But it might be posted after the fact, like on Sunday, but just kind of be a lookout, you know, looking out for that, y'all. I think that's about it. So I think I'm gonna get going now, because kind of would like to go to our pool for a little bit. And I'm getting a little hungry and gotta get washed up, so yeah, I'm gonna definitely gonna do a video of kind of his art booth, so you guys can kind of, you know, see what his booth looks like, see his art. And also too, again, you know, if you guys would like to, and I'm not saying you guys have to, but if you guys would like to then like see it and buy any, let me know. Also too, kind of like what I tell people too, like if you like his artwork, but like let's say, okay, you know, I really like your artwork and we have a room that is coastal theme. Let's say in our house that's coastal theme. You know, and I'm not really seeing something coastal and yet that you're displaying, but could you do like a coastal art piece, abstract art novo? You know, kind of, you know, that's okay. You know, you can communicate with us and, you know, maybe commission him to do something. So, you know, we're open to that too. Like price wise and that, I mean, I would direct you to my husband because it's his artwork. So I'm letting him be in charge of that stuff. You know, not me. So, but anyway, thank you all. And thank you all for listening. If you haven't already given my a like to my video, please do. I always also like to give a shout out to other channels. Ray Everyday Diver, he has his own channel. He's a dumpster diver. Dawn's channel, she has her own channel too. She's a reseller. Crab Catchers, dumpster diver. Scrap with Matt is another dumpster diver. Grab It Fast, dumpster diver. No problem, Sharon. Grab It Fast is another dumpster diver. Grizzly's Adventure, another dumpster diver. Big, Been Living with Big B, he's a dumpster diver from Australia. Paula Widener, she's a moderator on my channel. She has her own channel, a little bit of everything. Strong Minds Jewelry. Strong Minds, I know is like one word, and I think her other part is jewelry. She's a reseller. Layla Emily has her own channel. Pauline in Cincinnati is another dumpster diver. Diving with Mo, M-O-E, is another dumpster diver, has her channel. Dumpster Queen is another. Yeah, Dumpster Diving Mama has her channel. Dumpster Queen is also dumpster diver channel. Repurposeful dumpster diver channel. Mom the e-buyer. Yeah, Steve and Steph, they also have a dumpster diving channel. Who is Mama the e-buyer? She has her own channel. And also a book out. Hold on. Actually, I have the book. Let me look here. Okay. Yeah, Mama, the e-buyer, she has her own channel. She's a dumpster diver, but she also has a book out. Oh, Dumpster Pickers. Yes, thank you, Ray. So sometimes I get like a brain fart because there's so many channels, and I'm trying to think of everybody that I, subscribe to, because I do want to give out shout outs to people. But yeah, there's Mom the e-buyer, and she does have a book out now, Finding Your Treasures by Angel Williams. But I haven't read it yet. I got it, but it's a book, and it's all about dumpster diver, do's and don'ts, how to sell stuff from dumpster diving, where to donate, and family, and a little bit about her faith. So, and I'm sure there are way more out there that, and then Kathy's Corner, Kathy with a K, Kathy, apostrophe S, Kathy's Corner. She does a little bit of this and that. And then there's also another Moon Goddess is part of it, but she's a reseller. There's probably more that I'm missing, but oh yeah, just me, Kathy. Thank you, Ray. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably missing some. There's just so many out there that I can't remember everybody. So, but the one great thing about YouTube, you can also plug in like dumpster diving, like subject matter, resellers. Just kind of like you can kind of just plug in different things to do a search engine on YouTube. So I think I'm gonna get going now. But thank you all for joining. Thank you all. Excuse me. I keep feeling like I'm wanting to burp. I'm sorry. But thank you all for joining. Thank you all for kind of listening to kind of me just kind of talking about stuff. I appreciate it. If you haven't give the thumbs up yet, please do. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys watching. Check out some of those channels I mentioned. So thank you all again. And as I always like to say, I hope you all have good dumpsters that are good to you, not those bad dumpsters, because we do not like those bad dumpsters that don't give us stuff. Those are bad dumpsters. So, thank you all. Bye.